Sherry Hansen here. I want to let you know that you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am a psychic, a clairvoyant, and somebody who has a great deal of life experience to share with you as one-on-one coaching sessions. So get a hold of me if you're in a fork in the road and you want to figure out what's next for you. First of all, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what was coming into me today. And what I found interesting to think about is how we get trapped in a mind habit of negative self-talk. I know you hear a lot of this from all kinds of coaches, from all kinds of people that are trying to help you out. I'm always looking at it in a way like, how can I explain this so that the person can make a breakthrough? So they're not just washing the same load of laundry over and over again. You know, it's like, no, the spot didn't come out. I'm going to try a different type of spray or spot remover or cleaner or whatever, and run it through again, spin, spin, spin. We don't want to do that. We want to get in a place where we simply can see that what looks like a barrier is just a projection. And with so many sci-fi movies coming out right now, most of them dystopian, it's really interesting to see how people are exploring their use of energy. So one of the things we get caught in, because if you ever think about those stamped Christmas cookies, our dough is poured into the container. There you are, your brother, your sister, your mother, your grandparents, and after, it's all poured in, then the stamp comes down and the stamp puts an imprint on it. And that imprint is our cosmology, our value system, our belief about the way the world works. And we are in a society, we are in a culture where everything is competitive. So the thing that is really interesting to me, it came to me today, was we're constantly judging ourselves. And the key to getting out of this is, if we're judging something, we have to have criteria, and we are holding one thing up to another thing to another thing, and choosing criteria as the measuring rod for what is good or what is bad. When we judge ourselves, this came to me today, you have to drag your past narrative into the present. How can I judge myself? Well, I used to, and then these images come into your mind of all your struggles and your victimhood and your suffering and your failures and all the rest of it. This is how the ego keeps us in the mesh net. We're just like a whole bunch of oranges in the same mesh net. We're all caught. We're all hanging from the same structure. So if I'm in a place where I am judging myself, I am looking at myself and saying, are you good enough? Let's just get the white hat out. I'm your foreman. I'm doing a performance evaluation. Let me take you through these criteria. We have to first drag all of our past story into the present, because we have to have two things to measure. Bingo! It's like an explosion in my mind. What if there's no past story? What if we are just who we are in this moment? And we don't need to judge ourselves? What if we could drop the whole and onerous, difficult struggle of trying to bring our past reality into this reality? And that's the thing that is hilarious. It's like we were voyageurs and we're setting out on a new river that's never been mapped before. But before we get in the canoe, what we want to do is we want to put every single failure we've ever had in the canoe with us. And then we're surprised when the bottom is dragging and we can't get started. We need to take the first step, and the first step is judging ourselves is simply comparing two things and saying one thing is better. We don't know what's better. I don't know what happened to me in my 20s because it's gone. Whatever value I got out of being a 20-year-old, I got, and it's over. And now I am in today. So I had this flash of light come in today, and I wanted to share it with you. Judging yourself means you have to compare yourself and find one of your aspects to be a failure or not enough. So this is the way the ego keeps us trapped in the orange net, hanging. We don't want it. Just put your canoe in now. You've got a paddle, you've got strength, and you set out and you explore the new river you're on, the new energy, and you embrace that without having to judge yourself. I hope this helps. I know it helped me a lot. I'm always trying to find solutions for bypasses to the ego, because the ego mind is just a genius. It's so good. Do come on and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would also like to mention that I offer a psychic reading. I can do a flyover wherever you are in the world and get messages and see things that are your issue, things that your guides want me to tell you about. I'm not going to tell you that you had a spotted dog when you were 10, because that's irrelevant to what I'm looking for, which is to find a way to help you become the beautiful, strong, spiritual, helpful being you were meant to be. So get a hold of me. We'll set up a reading, a remote reading, and we'll draw up a life plan between the two of us. Thank you so much. Do come subscribe to Cherie Hansen video YouTube.